You think you're protecting your car, but you might be slowly destroying it with a blue and yellow can sitting in your garage. I've seen door locks fail, rubber seals crack, sensors die, even brake systems contaminated, all because someone believed WD-40 was a miracle cure. It's not magic. It's a chemical tool. And when it's used wrong, the damage doesn't show up immediately. It shows up months later as squeaks, electrical faults, sticky switches, or worse, expensive repairs that nobody connects back to that one quick spray. Most drivers don't realize they're making these mistakes until I'm the one tearing the car apart. If you care about keeping your car tight, quiet, and reliable long-term, you need to hear this. Watch until the end, because the last mistake is the one even experienced DIYers get wrong, and it can cost you a full brake job. This is Car Care Xpert. Let's get into it. Number 1. Spraying WD-40 on brake components. This is the fastest way to turn a minor squeak into a serious safety problem. I've had customers come in after spraying WD-40 on their brake pads because they heard noise. What they don't understand is that WD-40 is a penetrating oil. It reduces friction. Your brakes depend on friction. The moment that oil touches the pad or rotor surface, you compromise stopping power. Sometimes the pedal feels softer. Sometimes the car pulls. Sometimes braking distance increases just enough to matter in an emergency. And here's the worst part. Once the pads absorb that contamination, you can't just wipe it off. You're replacing pads, possibly rotors. That quick spray just turned into a full brake service. And that's only the beginning of how this product gets misused. Number 2, using it on rubber weather strips. Door seals, trunk seals, sunroof gaskets, they look dry, so people spray them. Big mistake. WD-40 is petroleum-based, and petroleum slowly breaks down certain types of rubber. At first, it seems fine. The seal looks shiny. The door closes quietly. But over time, the rubber swells, softens, and begins to crack. Then water intrusion starts. Then wind noise. Then mold smell in the cabin. I've replaced countless weather strips because someone wanted a quick shine. If you want to preserve rubber, you use silicone-based protectant, not a penetrating solvent. What feels like maintenance can quietly age your seals years ahead of schedule. And rubber damage is nothing compared to what happens when it reaches electronics. Number 3, spraying electrical connectors. I cringe every time I see this. Modern cars are rolling computer networks. Sensors, modules, harness connectors, all engineered with precise tolerances. WD-40 leaves a residue. That residue attracts dust. Dust traps moisture. And moisture corrodes terminals. You might fix a temporary misfire or flickering light by displacing water in the moment, but months later that same connector starts acting up again. Now you're chasing intermittent faults that are almost impossible to diagnose. I've spent hours tracing issues back to oily connectors that should have been dry. If you need to clean electrical parts, use proper contact cleaner. This mistake doesn't show itself right away, and that's what makes it dangerous. Number 4, lubricating window tracks with it. Power windows start moving slowly, and people reach for WD-40. It works, temporarily. The window glides smoother for a week. But because it's not a true long-term lubricant, it evaporates and leaves behind sticky residue. That residue collects dirt inside the track. Now the regulator motor works harder. Cables strain. Eventually the window tilts or stops midway. Then you're replacing a regulator assembly. I've replaced too many of these on cars that just needed proper silicone track lubricant instead. WD-40 is a cleaner and penetrant, not a lasting mechanical grease. Short-term gain, long-term failure. And it gets worse when hinges are involved. Number 5, overusing it on door hinges. Yes, it stops squeaks, but constant reapplication washes away factory grease inside hinge pivots. Once that grease is diluted, metal starts wearing against metal. Over time, the hinge pin develops play. Then the door begins sagging slightly. Then you hear wind noise at highway speeds. Eventually, you're looking at hinge replacement or alignment work. The right approach is to clean first, then apply proper lithium grease. WD-40 is step 1, not the final solution. Skip that understanding and you slowly accelerate wear on something you open thousands of times a year. And hinges aren't the only moving parts drivers attack blindly. Number 6. Spraying it into ignition cylinders. Sticky key? Don't flood it. WD-40 can wash out the fine graphite lubrication inside ignition cylinders. Once that happens, internal wafers start sticking even worse. The key becomes harder to turn. Then one day, it won't turn at all. Now you're calling a locksmith or replacing an ignition barrel. For lock mechanisms, dry graphite lubricant is the correct choice. I've seen people create a bigger problem trying to solve a small one. And that mindset carries over to one of the most expensive systems in your car. Number 7. Using it to clean engine bay sensors. Modern engines rely on mass airflow sensors, throttle bodies, and sensitive electronics. WD-40 can coat sensor elements with an oily film that alters readings. That means incorrect air-fuel mixture. That means poor fuel economy, rough idle, even check engine lights. I've diagnosed engines running rich simply because someone sprayed the wrong product into the intake. You use dedicated sensor cleaner, nothing else. The wrong spray can throw off a system calibrated to microscopic tolerances. And when the engine computer compensates, it creates problems that don't make sense until you trace it back. Number 8. Spraying suspension bushings. Squeaky suspension doesn't mean dry bushings. Most modern bushings are sealed rubber components. When you spray WD-40 on them, you soften the rubber and attract road grime. That grime acts like sandpaper. Over time, the bushing deteriorates faster. The squeak may fade briefly, but the structural wear continues underneath. Then you feel clunks over bumps. Then handling feels loose. And now you're into control arm replacements. Suspension noise should be diagnosed, not masked. Masking it only delays the inevitable and makes the repair larger. Number 9. Using it on drive belts. This one is dangerous. Some drivers spray belts to stop squeal. What they're actually doing is altering belt friction. A serpentine belt depends on proper grip. Add lubricant, and you create slippage. Slippage leads to heat. Heat leads to glazing. Glazing leads to failure. Suddenly, your alternator isn't charging, your power steering feels heavy, or your engine overheats because the water pump isn't spinning properly. Belt noise usually means tension or wear issues, not dryness. Spray doesn't fix alignment or tension. It hides symptoms until something critical fails. Number 10. Treating it as a universal fix. This is the biggest mistake of all. Believing WD-40 is the answer to every noise, squeak, or stiffness. It's a tool, a specific one. When used correctly, it displaces moisture and freeze-stuck components. But when used as a permanent lubricant, cleaner, rubber conditioner, brake solution, or electrical protector, it becomes a long-term liability. I've seen thousands of small problems grow into major repairs because someone wanted a 5-second fix instead of understanding the system they were working on. Cars are engineered machines. They require the right chemistry in the right place. And once you understand that, you stop reaching blindly for that blue can. WD-40 isn't the villain. Misuse is. The difference between a well-maintained car and a slowly deteriorating one often comes down to small habits repeated over time. Quick fixes feel satisfying, but real maintenance is intentional. It's precise. It respects how each system was designed to function. If you've been making any of these mistakes, don't panic. Correct them now before they compound. That's how you protect your investment. If this helped you see your car differently, make sure you subscribe to Car Care Xpert. I don't just tell you what works, I tell you what quietly destroys your car when nobody's watching. Because the biggest repairs aren't caused by neglect, they're caused by misunderstanding.